Good morning. Out here in Lake Vermilion, enjoying our summer vacation. It is mid to late June, and we're up here for the 4th of July and enjoying family and playing in the lake and of course fishing. If you watch the fishing opener video, then you know we are located on the tower side of the lake. This is Pike Bay, and this morning we're going to chase some walleyes. I've got on a nice little walleye bite that seems to be better in the morning than the evening, and I just thought I'd share it with y'all. So we're gonna go do something really simple. We're just gonna bobber fish. It's gonna be a really simple rig. I'll show it here in a little bit, and keep it simple for a reason, because the fish are biting. So I'm gonna do something a little different this morning. The spot is right there, and so it's not far away, and we're just gonna try to do a one take to the first fish. So don't worry, I'll fast forward through the boring parts. I'm fairly confident we'll catch something pretty quick. So let's try it. Let's do a one take for the first fish. See if we can make that happen, and have a little fun this morning. All right, got the camera set up. Let's get going. Spot marked on my handy dandy Navionics app, which is the Ordinary Fisherman's way of being able to have lake depths and marked spots. And it's on my phone and it's portable. It's probably one of the best 15-20 bucks I spend, which, for those of you who know and have looked at electronics, you know that getting the map chip or the extra map software for your depth finders are not cheap. And this is just a really affordable way to take care of it. So I have the spot marked. We're gonna get on top of it and get that bobber in. Alright, we're on the spot, and like I said, we're going to keep this really simple. So all I've got is leeches, really just leech and a hook. So it's just your standard slip bobber setup, and if you watch my other videos, you know that I like to do a leader with a barrel swivel, so that's what I've got on here. I've got the barrel swivel hooked up under the bobber, and then about a 2-foot leader down to my quick snap, and then just my regular hook. These are just regular Aberdeen hooks. I don't remember what size, maybe 2. And I like to use the colored one. So this one's orange, and I also use pink. And we're just gonna put a leech on it. Just show you quick how I like to hook it. I take the sucker end of the leech. I go through the top end of the sucker end first, and I come back through, underneath, and it's squirmy, like this, so that he's on your hook like this where he'd be swimming, and that seems to do it. It seems to get their attention. All right, don't waste any time. down, I'm not paying attention. The bobber was down. Monkeying around with my camera. Bobber down. There we go. So I missed that first one, which was only a few minutes here. This was only a few minutes later. We got a walleye? Yep, we do. Yeah, bud. I know it's not a giant, but it's walleyes on Lake Vermilion in late June, for goodness sakes. For goodness sakes. So much fun. I love it. I love watching the bobber go down. I love that it's simple. I love that they cooperate. And I also love that I got a spot this close to the cabin that I can just come and sit and enjoy the morning or evening and relax and get some fish on the end of the line. So let's get some more. There we go. There we go. Another walleye. So for those of you who know Pike Bay, you know that it's not a deep bay. I'm only in 5 feet of water, and the water temps have been around 70 to 71 degrees. Pike Bay tends to be a little warmer than the rest of the lake because it's really dark, or darker in comparison to the rest of the lake. And the walleyes are in here still, and not still, resident walleyes are always in here. And if you can find high percentage spots like this in a bay that's pretty barren, generally, you know, it's all 6-7 feet with we'll get him back in. It's all 6-7 feet with just a gravel bottom. You know, you look for some structure, some rocky points, some boulders, things like that. This is just a rise in here that comes up from just 6-7 feet around it up to 4 or 5 feet, and they're up here feeding in the morning and the evening. And you get to high percentages like this, and they're just more congregated here to be able to bobber fish. So it's a really simple style of fishing, but it's also based on some knowledge. You know, it took some time to find this spot over the years and to be able to just understand what's going on with fish. So, you know, I've fished so many different spots in this bay and never caught a thing. You know, you learn from it and you move on, and you end up finding spots like this that you can take advantage of and have some fun with. I mean, this is good times. Let's catch some more. There we go, right next to the boat. We got another walleye. Another willy. Another willy. I don't care what anyone says, that's fun right there. I'll put a smile on anybody's face. Off you go. up in this flat, mulling around as I call it. They're probably just up here looking for minnows, crawfish even. Lots of crawfish in this lake. Leeches are in this lake. I see them on fish all the time. So they know what they're seeing here when they take my bait. Another cookie cutter walleye. Again, these walleyes aren't big, but they sure are fun. Been catching 12 to 17 inchers in here maybe, but you never know when a big one will come along. This lake's got some big ones, as we found out on the fishing opener. That big 27 incher. Walking around with the camera. Don't see the bobber going down. A little better fish. By an inch or two better. Boy, if you're out for eating, these are perfect eater size. Another 13, 14 incher. I still got fish in the freezer, so I don't need to keep any this morning. Just out for fun. And it is fun. It's appropriate. The last bite's a walleye, about the same size we've been catching. Well, with that, I think we're gonna call it a morning. It feels really good to be rewarded, or to feel like you're being rewarded for all the time you spend on the water to look for fish. And this spot is definitely an example of the fruits of that labor. So much fun. Let her go. So in the couple hours we fished this morning, we managed to get a dozen or so fish in the boat. I call that a good morning, especially with walleyes. They weren't giants by any stretch of the imagination, but numbers like that is always fun. And man, I just can't get enough watching that bobber go bloop. So again, with all that, we're gonna call it a morning. Thanks again for joining me. Remember, there's always a fish biting somewhere. It doesn't take extravagant fishing equipment to be able to catch these fish. All it takes is a little TOW and learning when and where the fish are biting, and you too can get on a bite just like this. And be sure to take a kid with you the next time you're fishing and help them learn to enjoy the great fishing resources we have at our fingertips. So until next time, get out there and have some fun and get you some fish. I'm Nathaniel, just your ordinary fisherman. God bless and tight lines. Thanks for watching another episode of The Ordinary Fisherman. If you like what you're seeing, please subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to hit the notifications so that you will know when we're out on our next adventure. Now go out there and catch some fish. Tight lines.